The talk about Tower of Fantasy is getting hot lately, and of course, I myself as an MMO and anime enthusiast don't wanna miss the bandwagon. Yes, you heard it right, Tower of Fantasy is an MMORPG, mobile MMO to be precise, which means it's not the same as Genshin. Yeah, fuck you Twitter. I put mobile MMO in a different category from PC MMO because mobile MMO is a mistake. To put it simply, Tower of Fantasy is in the same genre as Diablo Immortal, Lineage 2 Revolution, and Arcane Legends MMO Action RPG, best game ever.
What's up? Can a low come up in your crib?
They have one thing in common, which is they basically will showdown arena in search of approval, acknowledge, and honor, of which Wales is the best at spending money. So I decided to try Tower of Fantasy despite me having enough already from playing mobile MMO. My first impression was, what the fuck with game size these days? I remember back then when I was playing Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and it was only 8GB, an actual human looking game with texture on it, and to surprise me even more, when I ran Tower of Fantasy with my potato laptop, the game feels heavier than video, which is an actual PC MMO, and considered as one of the best MMO visually. Man, what's wrong with games these days? So I tried the game, and as soon as I picked the server, somehow I can see the announcement of server merge in 1 or 2 years. After the first cutscene, you get to choose between male and female character, and while I am picking one, I can feel the energy of the kids on Twitter getting triggered on why is there only 2 genders. The first 15 minutes I played Tower of Fantasy, I feel like they advertised toward Genshin players. It's like, hey, I can do what Genshin did, but better. They have more fluent and fast-paced combat and movement, they have character customization, and main character who actually talk.
What happened?
Hey, can you see me? Zeke, come here!
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
People started comparing these two games, even though they are entirely on a different genre. Since people comparing tOF to Genshin a lot, I'm gonna go down that path as well in this video. Genshin is a story-based game that happens to have RPG elements, while Tower of Fantasy is an MMORPG game that happens to put a bit efforts on the story side. Yes, they both are gacha games, but at this point, almost all mobile games have gacha elements on it. It's nothing new. I'm not gonna talk much about the story for now. I've only played for 2 hours and so far, for me it's like, yeah, whatever. I mean, what can you expect from MMORPG stories anyway? I can tell you this. If you're gonna tell a sci-fi story, please introduce us to the world first, because most of the time, I feel disconnected with the world and less interested in what happens surrounding it if you don't do it. Sci-fi and fantasy isn't just convenient tool as a storytelling. Instead, they are actually the hardest genre to write a story on, because you need an insane world building to make it work. What Tower of Fantasy did so far is just straight into main character point of view and their neighborhood problems. It's, yeah, whatever. The combat and movement so far, it feels so good, but I haven't get to the point of the PvP yet, so I cannot tell you a lot. This video is supposed to be my first impression anyway, so I could be wrong after this. But since this is mobile MMO and actually have PvP aspect in it, I can say it's officially a pay-to-win game. I don't care about your opinion. If mobile MMO and PvP is in the same sentence, it is pay-to-win. Please don't try to defend it. A lot of people saying that tOF is a ripoff from Genshin. But then again, Genshin is also a ripoff from Breath of the Wild. Saying tOF is a Genshin ripoff is an overstatement and understatement at the same time. Tower of Fantasy took every mobile MMORPG formula and then add a little Genshin salt to trigger some Genshin fandom, I would say. I've been playing a couple of mobile MMO. I've been playing Lineage 2 Revolution. So far, I don't think I see anything new or interesting from Tower of Fantasy, and I'm not gonna trigger my mobile MMO's PTSD by playing it again. If this is your first MMO, you might actually addicted and hype because tOF is still new and that's how MMOs work. But trust me, there are a lot of better things to play or to do out there. Please subscribe to my channel.